I've been in it for a while, and so I know a lot of stuff. And there's so many crazy things, and Smallhold can help with certain things, but also not other things. Like the thing that always blows my mind is like the fish industry. Have you ever heard any of this stuff? So
No.
like most fish in the United States, if it was even if it was caught in the United States, it's cheaper for them to ship it to China to get processed, and then it comes back. And so if you have like Alaskan caught whatever salmon, then it's usually like it'll still say it's caught in Alaska, but it was shipped. It's all frozen. All fish is frozen because of like shipping, but also food safety stuff. And they ship it to China, process it, and then ship it back. It's like pretty much like it's a vast majority of fish. And so like if you have a relationship with a fisherman and stuff, that's great. But most fish you buy has been like around the world, and which is insane. And most people don't know that. You're right. Certain kinds of produce, like apples, if you're buying an apple, a lot of time it's a year old, and there's amazing innovation in making that so it feels like it's a fresh apple. Mushrooms have some interesting stuff. Like a lot of it is shipped from overseas. It's not as, I would say, like sophisticated as like these big like ethylene chambers and stuff like that they do with like bananas and apples and stuff like that. But they do have a lot of food miles imported. The main issue that I see with a lot of imported mushrooms, there's the footprint of that, but overseas there's some amazing growers in China and Japan. I would never say that they're not, like that's where like I would strive to grow like that. But sometimes the power is not that clean. A lot of the time there's like coal powered facilities, and it's not the carbon footprint of that kind of food is a little high for my liking. And so growing it domestically is very important. But really, how I feel the U.S. food distribution is that like it's kind of based, and this is an assumption, and it's like kind of like very broad, and so I know that there's so much more to it, but vast majority of agriculture in the U.S. are like staple crops and meat, and so like you have corn, wheat, soy, cotton, you have beef, like all of those kinds of products. They can actually ship fairly well because they're to grow in really large like really large areas, and then they're dehydrated or processed in a way, and they don't need to be eaten fresh. I mean, fresh corn is great, but like majority of people are not eating fresh corn, and so that actually lends itself to having a fairly large distribution. Like that's the most efficient way of doing it. People don't really realize that like trains are extremely friendly to the environment, and some of these supply chains are actually really great. But then the industry at large kind of like applied that to everything, it seems. And you have like a vast majority of leafy greens grown in Salinas, like in the Southwest United States, and shipped like on the same sort of routes that all of these other things that don't have a shelf life are shipped on. And you get tons of food waste. You get really low food quality. You have tons of food safety issues. The U.S. has like a really bad track record with food safety, and you just have this really funny kind of system here that I think that we just need to look critically at. And how I look at Smallhold is that we're just like, okay, we need to like rethink about this supply chain. Like we still move stuff around, but we don't use cold chain for certain things. We want to have the fresh product as close as possible to the consumer, so we reduce food waste, and it's always fresh and local. And I think that like we can solve it for mushrooms. We can solve it maybe for other kinds of crops, but people need to look at other kinds of crops and dedicate different kinds of supply chain initiatives and ingenuity for all types of different kinds of crops, because all of it needs it.